I've been here for 8 years, and I'm the herdsman. When I first came, they were milking 500 cows, and now they're up to 800. When you installed the air beds, I mean, the cows never refused them. I mean, they were instantly in there laying down. Bedding seems to stay in there a little bit better with the ripples in it. At the end of the cycle, which is about every 4 or 5 days, you can tell there's more sawdust in here than there is on the flat mats. They wanted to try them, so we put a few in, and then we put a few more. And eventually I want to finish this group out with the air beds. So I would recommend these mats to another farmer if they asked about them. Just something that covers and is soft. I mean, is comfortable to the cows. I mean, we can walk on them and tell a difference. I'm sure the cow can. I mean, and they obviously can. I mean, like I said, if they didn't like them, they probably wouldn't use them as much. They hop right up in there, and I mean, there's no wave motion or anything. They just step right up in there and lay down when they decide to, yeah.
We've had the Contour Cow Comfort air beds in for about 1.5 years now. And we have found that there has not been any maintenance issues. And as dairymen, what we have been looking for is something that is durable and long-lasting. We're still searching for that product out there that will give us some longevity and that continued cow comfort for many years to come. From what I see so far, I think we may have it here. I believe is excellent because the smaller chambers for the air pocket, I think, lead to a lower incidence of it bottoming out, is what we call it with the water beds. That happens at certain times. With the smaller chambers, I don't think that's happening with these air beds. What I have seen with bedding retention in these stalls, it's far better than anything we have tried in the past. And we have tried many different stall bed surfaces, and probably my biggest disappointment with water beds was the bounce factor that sends all the bedding out into the scrape alleys, and that can be a little disappointing because you have to pay for every load of bedding that comes in on a dairy, and you just hate to see that thing where you put the bedding on a stall and 5 minutes later a cow steps on it and half of it just bounced out. With these air beds, the bedding retention is far superior. It just stays in the stalls better. As far as how the back of the stall, how that system lays on top of the concrete or the curb, I haven't seen any issues. I get far less animals being curious, trying to pull it up and look what's under it than I do with some other systems, and we're quite pleased with that. We get very tired of trying to discourage curious animals from looking under their bed. So I've been very happy with that whole setup. There's nothing, even if they do look under there ain't anything that comes out. So it's a good system there. As far as the cow comfort, I'm going to go as far as to say there's less hock abrasions. Whether it's due to the better bedding retention or other factors, I don't really know. But at the end of the day, we operate on what are the results, and if the results are less issues with hocks, we're happy. That's what we're after. Installing the airbed system is as easy as any system out there. Very minimal parts needed to do it. I'd say it's as easy as any system there is to install. Farmers are all unique and they all like to make their own decisions, so everybody has to have their own comfort level that's right, but most farms have some place that needs a few stall beds put in, and there's no better place to start than there, and you'll know pretty soon if that's the answer for your operation. I would recommend the Contour Cow Comfort airbed mattress system for any farm out there that's looking for a way to give their cows superior cow comfort and needs that alternative to sand bedding. our farm is not set up for sand bedding, and we just are not ready to make that plunge. And so we search for methods that will give us the same kind of comfort without having to make the switch to sand. And when we shop for what option is best for our cows, what can we do to give them the best cow comfort, we will not sacrifice the cow comfort, but we want the product that is going to last more than 5 years. And we just feel like we found it with the Contour Cow Comfort airbed system.